Stop settling for less than you deserve. And this is not just work, this is relationships. And when I say relationships, this is more than just your spouse, your significant other, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your situationship. This goes to family, this goes to friends too, all types of relationships. When it comes to settling, that means that you're not being delusional about your abilities. Just because you work someplace for a long time doesn't mean that you add any more value than you did since you worked there on day one. A lot of people don't know how to progress or move up in their own personal abilities. So you remain stagnant and wonder why people are just offering you less than what you think you deserve. That's because that's what you deserve. But if you know that you come from a place where, well, I was getting X, Y, and Z over here, how come over here you're trying to give me 1, 2, 3? That's because they're trying to play you. They're trying to play you. Stop taking less than what you deserve. Don't be afraid to walk away from the table. Don't be afraid to put your foot down, because you have to teach people how to treat you. You can't let these folks out here just do whatever and feel like they can talk to you however, they can treat you however, they can give you whatever. One of the major things that I had to learn in life was, if I wanted more, I had to be more. I had to become more. Now, for a lot of folks, this may seem far-fetched. This may seem confusing, like it just doesn't sit well with you. I ain't talking to you. You can click off now. But for the folks who understand me, and for the folks who hear what I'm saying, resonates in your soul, you know that what you're getting right now is because you deserve it. And for those people who are so uncomfortable, who they get that gut feeling of, I know I deserve more, why am I being treated like this? That's because you settled for that. You allowed them to give you that and you accepted it. If you were making $20+ an hour in your last job and now they only want to give you 15 in your next position, well, this is where you practice discernment. This is where you go, okay, 15, that's minimum wage. I was making above minimum wage in my last job. So I can't take that because I could get that anywhere by doing anything. So what you want to do is sit down with yourself and be honest and say, hey, was the reason why I was making 20 at my last job because I was there for a long time? Or did I actually bring value? You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people will just give you raises because they like you, or you're doing some type of favor for them, and you know what the hell I'm talking about. But you never really upgraded yourself. You never really evolved and became something better, someone better. So then when you step out into the real world and the reality, you realize, and it hits you like a ton of bricks, wow, I ain't really worth that much. Maybe I need to work on myself, my abilities. And if you have worked on your abilities, if you have upgraded yourself, if you do know for a fact that you bring more to the table than just a body, like just a person in a place, a filler, then you should demand more. And you should not settle for less than what you deserve. Because if you know that once I entered into this thing, I'm going to elevate it, you have the ability to do that, then you don't need to settle for minimum. You don't need to settle for less. For example, let's take it away from the job perspective and let's bring it to a relationship perspective. You're dealing with a friend. That friend seems to get real spicy with the mouth. They spit in flames. And you say, yo, I don't really appreciate when you talk to me like that. Watch your mouth, watch your tone. I understand where you're coming from, but you don't got to talk to me like that. Cool. couple of days go by, a couple of weeks go by, y'all talking again, and they start to get spicy at the mouth again. You know what I mean? This is when you check them and you go, yo, we already had this conversation. I told you to check that. See, at this point in time, one or two things are happening. Well, it could be both, but it's definitely one of two. One, they don't respect you or the relationship. A lot of people just like to have people around just because they're bored and don't got nothing better to do. Is that you? Or two, they just don't have it in them to be a respectful person. Some people you can't teach respect to. Respect is supposed to be taught by your parents. You're nobody's parent. You're not supposed to be able to teach someone respect. Now, you teach someone how to treat you, but you can't teach someone how to respect, how to show respect, how to give respect, because they don't know what that is. Now, whatever issue that's going on with them, that has nothing to do with you. You're not here to save nobody. Don't be no Superman. Don't be saving people. Because no good deed goes unpunished. You put yourself out on the line, somebody's going to cut it. And I'm not saying don't do nothing good for nobody. Of course, we got to lift each other up. We got to help each other out sometimes. But once it starts to go away, once you start to see there's no reciprocity, it's all one-sided, because you're not speaking to them like that, or you're helping them out a lot, but they can never show you the type of love and respect that you want, then it's time for you to find your way out the door. And I was just using that as an example because this is also at work. If you tell your boss, look, I'm only able to do this, this, and this, I don't feel comfortable doing that, that, and that, and then they keep insisting that you do this, this, and this, well, this is a conversation that needs to be had. You need to stand up for yourself. You need to be able to put your foot down. Because if you don't, they won't respect you. They won't. Nobody will. They'll see that you're just a mat that someone could just walk all over on. You know what I'm saying? So you have to set your boundaries and you got to stick to them. You don't settle for less. You know that this is who I am. I've worked hard to become the person that I am today. I didn't just show up and magically expect for me to be elevated. I've put in the work, I've put in the time, I've put in the effort to become the person I am today. So there's no reason that I need to take this from anybody. I don't care who they are, what level they think they're on. That doesn't make you better than me. Because at the end of the day, nobody is looking out for you more than you look out for you. Nobody got you like you got you. So it doesn't matter if that person leaves, because the more you feel like you need that person, the more power you give that person. The more you feel like, I can't live without this person, well, guess what? You're going to create that reality. You're going to put yourself in the position where you can't live without that job, where you can't do nothing else, where you feel like you just can't leave. You're stuck. And this person is going to sense that. Your boss is going to feel that. The company is just going to take advantage of you. So you need to be better. Independence is a wonderful thing. You see what I'm saying? It really is. Because it opens the door for the people who are actually adding value, and it opens your eyes to those people who want to take value. You understand? If you're a valuable person, you understand that you being around, you coming by will elevate the situation. You joining the company, you're going to add profits because that's just who you are. That's just what you do. You've worked your way up to a position where in life where you are a better person, more competent, so therefore you add more value. And you don't get paid by the hour, you get paid for your value. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you got paid for the hour, you'd always be getting paid for 24 hours. But no, you get paid for the value that you bring. So if you want more money, become more valuable. But once you become more valuable, those things that didn't add value, or those things that are just sucking the value away from you, you're going to notice them more. You will. because now you're on a different level. You get to see things on a different level, from a different height, a different perspective. And no, this doesn't mean that you shit on people. This doesn't mean that you disrespect people. You are always humble, because interdependence is what makes you successful. Nobody has ever become successful by themselves. Nobody. You had to learn from someone. You had to learn from somewhere. Other people had to come and put other people on. So there's no such thing as you being independent and making it. No. You just have to deal with the right people, and the right people will deal with you. But that doesn't mean you have to deal with everybody else's bullshit. There's no reason that you should be desperate for $1. And those people who are desperate for $1 do the most disgusting things. They'll throw you under the bus. They'll lie on you straight to your face, stab you on your back. You know, someone always asks me, how come when I open the door, I never go through first? I said, because I don't turn my back on people. Too easy for them to stab me in the back. So I open the door, I let you go first. Why? Because I don't give my back to people. I don't trust them. You have to make people earn your trust. You have to make people earn your time. Because if you're just giving it away freely, willy-nilly, they're not going to value it. They're not going to appreciate it. You understand what I'm saying? Never cast pearls onto swine, because they'll trample it and then attack you. You understand what I'm saying? But know your worth, know your value, and don't settle for anything less. You work hard to get there. You know what you deserve. You know what you work for to be on this level. You know what you've sacrificed. Because there's no such thing as gaining something without giving something up. Which is why most people don't achieve much in their life, because they refuse to give something up. You got to make room for the new thing. So you got to get rid of something old. Most people don't think like that. They can't do that math. That for you to have new people come in, you got to get rid of some old people. That when you start to elevate yourself, the same things that you used to do just don't entertain you anymore. They just don't suit your fancy, because now you're too fancy. And it's not a bad thing. You didn't work this hard for you to be the same. You gotta change. And it'll always be those people who was with you from day one who's going to try to put you down first, because they don't want you to change. They know once you start to elevate, you're going to have to leave them, because now you're going to become a different creature, a different animal altogether. But for your own sake, for your own sanity, and for the love of self, don't settle for the bullshit that people are giving you. If you want to play chess moves with it, cool. If you're starting a new career and you know you need to take a step back, and you know, but it's more like a slingshot. You know what I'm saying? The further back you go, the further forward you'll be thrown. That's a different type of move. But I'm talking about the people who just don't want to celebrate you, the people who don't want to give you your flowers while you're still here. You need to get rid of those type of people, because if all they can do is give you what they used to give you, when you're saying, look, I'm not accepting that anymore, I need better, then you're just gonna have to leave. Sometimes actions are the best words. They do say actions do speak louder than words. So walk. Let your feet do the talking. This is the one time where I give someone my back, when I'm walking out the door by myself.